Hi, I'm Tom and this is my brother Joe, and we're going to talk about an event we did called the Teenage Market. It's going to come up in a minute.
There we go.
It was an event in Stockport Market Hall, 1st of April this month, beginning this month, and it was about bringing young creatives, young entrepreneurs, anyone, and singer-songwriters or anyone with talent to come into the market for a day and showcase their work, sell, try out a business, have a stall for their business for free, and everyone could come and connect, collaborate, see what everyone else was doing, and have a good day in the market.
Yeah, what we wanted to do is take the idea of a traditional market, which was, in a sense, Stockport Market obviously now is quite, it's quite empty, it's quite dead, and in the past it was quite a social space as much as it was a sort of retail and shopping space. And what we wanted to do was bring that element of being a social hub, being a community atmosphere back to the market, and using young people as a tool to sort of, bring back life to a declining area of Stockport, really. And like Tom said, what we were able to do is work in partnership with Stockport Council, and they gave us the market hall for free. So then we were able to pass on to the young stall holders that offer of having a market stall for free, so they could, any money they made in the day basically was going back. They made basically, so they didn't have to pay for a stall. Some people might not have even made 30 quid, but any money they did make, they were going to take back home. So that was the idea behind it. It was about having a festival vibe. Like Tom said, we had performers, we had comedians, we had street dancers, we had a whole host of sort of different art forms, and we tried to make a really energetic, interesting day and give Stockport some sort of life back into the heart of the town. And yeah, I'll show you some slides from the day. This is where it was. I'm sure some of you might notice down the side of the market there and inside the market. The idea sort of came about, I run Screen Stockport Film Festival, and we do sort of a series of videos that promote things like community activities, charities and stuff like that. And me and Tom did a video on the Vintage Village, which is a sort of a Sunday market that takes place every second Sunday of the month. Tom presented it, I filmed it, we put it online, and basically a lot of young people saw it online and started coming to the market, and Tom thought to himself, why shouldn't there be a sort of a marketplace for teenagers, with that sort of slang?
Well, if anyone's been to the Vintage Village in Stockport, it's every second Sunday of the month. Last year we started going and we thought it was fantastic, and it was like there was nothing else like that in Stockport, and we thought, well, why not? So many people go to the market, we thought, the Vintage Market, we thought, well, we should build on the success of that and think, young people aren't being represented in Stockport. There's nowhere for them to be creative. If you're a singer-songwriter, there's nowhere to go perform. There's no venues or anything. So we thought for a day, we'll make it happen and we'll bring everyone into the market and show Stockport really that there is a community there of creatives, that in Stockport that can come in.
And also, it was in a way, I know the topic of today's on research and stuff, and there was an actual report published in all the papers that was done by the local data company, which was that 30% of shops within Stockport are actually empty, and that Stockport, as a large town centre, was one of the highest rated shops for empty shops, large centres for empty shops. So there is a problem there, and I think a lot of the councillors came out and basically said that, oh, it's not 30%, it's 27% or it's 28%, but we looked at it and thought, well, there's no point arguing over statistics. The point is there is a problem, and we need people to sort of do something about it, and find ideas, find creative ways of actually bringing life back into this area of Stockport. Obviously you've got Mersey 100% occupancy rate, but you've got your Primarks, you've got your Debenhams, you've got your Next, River Island and all that sort of thing, but the heart of Stockport, the independent local economy, is sort of like, it's dying. It's basically, at the minute, it's really sort of on its knees. And we saw the Teenage Market as a way, hopefully, as an initiative, as an idea, as a creative community of sort of bringing back that sort of independent nature back to sort of the heart of Stockport's independent district. So here are some more pictures of the day.
Yeah, if you think about how many people go to Northern Quarter in Manchester but are from Stockport, it's how you have to look at it and think, well, why can't there be something in Stockport to go to? So, for a day, what's like bringing the Northern Quarter to Stockport? And it was that kind of chilled out vibe, singer-songwriters playing, people busking. We approached the DJ Mr. Scruff, who has a tea shop in the Northern Quarter, and we asked him if we could have his tea to sell, and so we sold that and raised money for the Wellspring. And Stockport College students came and sold that. So Stockport College were really involved, and it was about bringing people in from the colleges. You know, Aquinas came as well, and you did hair, beauty, and also DJing and music. So it's about people that are there in the area that want to show their skills and want to meet other people that are doing similar things.
And in terms of being sort of like the Northern Quarter, we had, like Tom said, we had Mr. Scruff's Makers of Brew tea we were selling, and Mr. Scruff ended up actually coming down to the market, and he thought it was really good, and spoke to some of these sort of the music students that were helping us out there. And we also had Lomography analog camera store come down, which is on Oldham Street in town. And basically they did a workshop which is all about sort of like low-mo cameras, which was sort of like a sort of interesting thing. And it was that idea, it was about doing something a bit festival-y, a bit different. Like we said before, you know, it's how do you do something that's more of an experience, it's an event, it's not just a shopping sort of, you know, retail element. It's got quite a lot of things going on for itself. And in a way, I worked on just recently, don't know if you've heard of the Portus pilot bid that Stockport's applying for. The council sort of approached us in terms of what we're doing and seeing how we could be involved in that. And one of our ideas obviously was to have a space for young people. Considering you've got Stockport College here and Aquinas College and obviously Marple as well, you know, there isn't a lot catered for young people, and there should be. And there should be more interesting cultural things going on. So, you know, we put some ideas forward. I did the video for that, which was about creating a sort of a digital centre, an art centre, somewhere for young people to go and just chill out and experience sort of other interesting young people and sort of tap into a creative community. So we did that, and we really worked hard on sort of getting a lot of media coverage for it, and we were successful in getting in the Guardian Guide, MEM, we got in the Stockport Express, Stockport Times. We were all interviewed by Liz Kershaw on BBC Radio Manchester. We did Q103, Imagine a Fair Pure, and we had a double-page spread in Greater Manchester Business Week, which was really good for us in terms of, like, you know, potential sponsors and businesses seeing what we're doing and getting the word out there to sort of big corporations. And that was sort of really good. And we tried to access as many people as possible. And we tried really hard because obviously we wanted a lot of people down there in the day. And we were successful in getting a lot of people. And a lot of people that came said that, you know, the area of Stockport, the market hall, you know, either they'd been to ages ago or they'd never been to before. So it's that idea of bringing people that live in Stockport back into the heart of Stockport and giving them something to sort of be proud of, to sort of enjoy. And hopefully we can build on this as an initiative, as an idea, and as a community. And we went to see our local MP, Andrew Stunnell, who just happens to be the Minister for Markets as part of his sort of his role as local Minister for Communities and Local Government. And he came down on the day, you know, and he was very supportive of what we're doing. And it's just a case of building on that in terms of as an initiative and you know, finding ways in which we could sort of, you know, perhaps get more support from sort of, you know, hopefully the government and sort of other sort of businesses and sponsors out there. So
yeah, I was just going to say, as we went along promoting the event, we had the uptake of people that wanted a stall was amazing. We had over 70 stall holders. And it was just fantastic to see all these people who, you know, there was up to 13-year-olds were there saying, you know, we've got an idea, we want to do cards, we want to do, people doing graphic design, people doing things they did in college and schools and bringing it out and starting a business for the first time or trying out new ideas. And that's what it was all about. It was about saying, well, you know what, I could do something. I've had this idea in the back of my head, and it's a free stall, so, you know, give it a go and try it out and meet someone else. And we had, so it was fantastic, and all the stall holders were so young, but the stalls were brilliant, they looked fantastic, and it was amazing to see them all, you know, meeting with each other and sharing. We had people there from Vernon Mill were there, and they saw some people that they wanted their art to showcase in their galleries and things like that. We also had a pro skater, Alex Burston, came down to perform at the beginning, because at the beginning of the market, to kick it all off, we had people like Plaza Youth from the area doing NK theatre arts, like dancing, street dancing. We had the Morris Men as well. And Alex Burston skated, and he's opening a shop. Well, he's opened a shop on just on Imaz Brow, just near the market. And then he was looking for people to put in his shop. So he has now like 4 people that came to the market. He met them there, and now he has their T-shirts, he has their artwork in, their clothing lines now in his shop. So it's about saying, well, you know what, if we all come and then show our work here, then we can see what each other are doing and we can help.
Yeah, it's that idea of sort of tapping into sort of each other's sort of own business, and how can we support each other and also support the local economy of Stockport and keep it in Stockport. We had Tom said about Alex's shop and sort of stocking young stallholders, but also a guy that runs a sort of menswear shop around the market actually started stocking and showing sort of another sort of young stallholder. And we used Twitter and Facebook as the main means of sort of getting the message out there, and that's how we got so many young people involved in the first place.